This is another um, kind of fun story. Uh, hopefully, hopefully I do well enough telling it to warrant me uploading it. But I remember, what was this, like 7 or 8 years ago, maybe 10. I don't know. It's been a while. It was before I was homeless when I had my car. When I lived in my own place in New Hope, uh, which I don't give out my address online, but people manage to find me anyway. So, uh, long story short, I was driving. I was in the library in St. Louis Park trying to find a job. I played Minecraft for a little bit there when I wasn't looking for work and checking up on my social media. So overall, just keeping busy. And it was probably a 3 mile trip from that library to where I lived. Maybe four. I don't know. And long story short, I would take Louisiana Avenue, work my way over to Winnetka Avenue, and take Winnetka Avenue from 394 up to Madison Lake Road if I went to that library. Uh, I wound up taking that route like I normally would if I went to that library, and it was in the middle of rush hour. At that point, Winnetka Avenue was 2 lanes going each direction, all the way, and I had somebody get stuck behind me in the middle of rush hour. It was stop and go traffic the entire way. I was stuck in the right lane, and I had to work my way over to get into the left lane, but I couldn't do it because this person would force their way from the spot behind me next to me, and then go back and forth between behind me and next to me, and try and force their way through traffic that way. At that point, the window in my the driver's door window was stuck open a good 3 to 4 inches. I couldn't work my way over to the left lane, so I was stuck in the right lane. I wound up going probably 5 miles past where I was supposed to go, and pull up to a light. They pull up. This person that was going back and forth between the lanes pulls up next to me. I'm not paying attention to. Granted, I'm paying attention to their like where their car is, but I'm not paying attention to what they're doing inside the car. Don't realize they roll their window down. All of a sudden, I hear the driver of the car just yell out of their car saying, and I quote, "Your mother should have swallowed." So they were pissed off because traffic was bad and they were taking it out on me. That was at the light at Winnetka Avenue and Bass Lake Road. Light turns green. I start driving. I wait a little bit, see if they start going. They don't start going. I drive. I turn off on 63rd, which is a few blocks later. Next thing I know, they're behind me. I see them behind me, and the driver, she winds up trying to pass me, but the ass end of her vehicle clips the front end of mine. No damage was done to either vehicle. I stayed in my car. I get on the phone with the cops, and she gets on the phone with Daddy. Daddy pulls up in his brand new Mustang. Might have been a few years old, I don't know, but it was still new-ish Mustang at the time. Pulls up from the opposite direction. So she's she's on one side of me. Daddy pulls up in front of me in the Mustang, tries blocking me in, gets out of his car and starts yelling at me. I got part of that in the vlog for that day. I don't know what happened to it. If I still have that footage, I don't know. Eventually, he gets tired of trying to yell at me because I'm ignoring him. Goes to talk to his daughter, who was driving the car that hit me. Cops show up, and I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 cop cars, but at least 2 squad cars show up. One cop talks to me, another cop talks to the driver of the car that hit me, and then another cop tries to keep her father out of the picture so each of the cops can get the full side of the story from each person. Cop winds up letting me go, and I'm assuming the other driver gets a ticket. So, yay for road rage. Having said that, half of the reason I don't drive is because stuff like that would happen all the time, where somebody would do something stupid, but most of the time, like 99.9% of the time, stupid shit would happen, and either I would get in trouble for it, even though it wasn't my fault, or the person would have their road rage moment and go on their way. And I would tell family members about this, and they wouldn't believe that this kind of stuff would happen. At least not without provocation. And they, family and friends would, at the time, would think I would be the one provoking, when somebody outside this, some external situation would provoke the other person, and then the other person would take it out on me. Now, I do have one more story so far planned for this Crazy People series. If you want to hear that story, please let me know, and I will do my best to record that story and put it out to you guys. Until then, subscribe if you haven't, hit that bell notification, check out all my social media, and give this video a like.